Hello everyone, and today we've got Roots of War, and it's going to be OKS versus BxL, and today I'm going to even showcase some tips and tricks for you all when we get even inside, because probably a lot of you are still wondering how are some of these guys so coordinated, how do they know all of these secrets, right? And it's just, honestly, you'd be just slapping yourself in the face once you realize. So today is going to be a really fun one though. I'm going to just skip through like I normally do on all the highlights. So if you enjoy this type of content, you know what to do. Smash like, comment, and subscribe for more daily videos like this. And more importantly, we're going to go through all of the teams, right? So you've got obviously us in OKS as well as BxL in this matter. And it's going to be a really fun game mode. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be pretty explosive. And even my Marksman get to go crazy at times and just go absolutely nutty and melt some people. I'm not going to lie. So it's going to be a really fun time. So if you want to look at some Marksman gameplay, I am going to break that down too. I'm just going to obviously break down what I am thinking during all of this, right? But as we're about to start and we're explaining here basically on the screen, how do you know where the first stone is ever going to be? Because you can see our alliance already has the marker on the first stone on where that location is going to be. And a really easy way is if you just pop up the map. So there's two ways you can do this. If you pop up the map, you can see there's a little red dot. That is literally just where the first spawning stone is going to be. Every time the next stone is going to spawn, you'll see it actually flash on the map. So you always know where this is going to be now by just clicking on the map. Alternatively, if you don't want to do that, you could also click on the little thing above me, right? So just to press play now, you'll notice if I go over with a mouse, you'll see me be able to click on it and it'll take me to the exact same location, right? So this will always bring you to the zone, right? So with all that said, let's get into the action. So as we are marching towards, we've got obviously the blood of each of us here, and I'm just showcasing everyone that was in this Roots of War. You're going to see it as well a little bit later on down the line. More people are coming in from both sides, since we did have subs on both sides coming in to make it a little bit more fun. But I just wanted to showcase everyone else. So a big shout out to everyone who participated in the alliance again. So just showcase this one more time, because now we've got a full 30-man roster. So big shout out to all of you guys, and now we're kicking in. So the first actual fight is going to be up here, and I'm actually running. You can see triple archers with one infantry and a mage unit, and I'm going to be honest, I'm just playing very aggressive nowadays when it comes to Roots of War. It's a really fun game mode for me, especially with my archers, where even though they're in medium range, if you know kind of what you're doing and if you can exploit people's bad positioning, archers are monsters in this game mode, especially for rallying. If you're a rally person as well, oh my lord, I absolutely love it. So we're just marching into the position here, and we're just going to fast forward it so we can get into the gameplay here, and we can see straight away I'm in there with the infantry kicking it off, because these poor cavalry basically was out of position, so he was melting him down. So what we're going to be doing is focusing down on the Goresh Skogul. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take that damage since no one else is going to be focusing that march down. But if there's a better option, I normally do switch to it just to make it a little bit easier for us to get through, since I think this top one was a Madeline, which it is. So you can see me just going on the Madeline and just double checking I was on her with my other marchers. But everyone is nuking down this. My infantry getting absolutely nuked down too. Not full T5 yet, don't remember. Just remember that, right? It's only about 100k, maybe 140k T5 infantry in that ball at the minute, so it'd be really nice when we get the full marches going and we can, you know, get a couple more of these T5s on the field, since we're only running one march with T5. Just remind you guys, right? Because a lot of people think even though I've unlocked T5, somehow I've got a billion troops all T5. It's like, no. No, reality check, boys. I used all my speeds to get to the T5, so now we're kind of saving up. So what we're doing here is just kind of prioritizing the tanks. We're melting down all of the tanks that's possible at the moment. I am waiting for my healing or my hospital to kind of get a little bit higher before I go over heal, bring my infantry back. So I'm actually in this zone right now. I'm in the zone of focusing down as many of these tanks as I can with especially my archers. It's a really good thing with archer players if you can actually melt down the tanks. I'm going to be honest, you are doing so much damage to them. It gets them out of the way really, really quickly. And as you guys can tell, infantry, honestly, is the meta, guys. Like, you need infantry in your front line. If you don't have any infantry, you're going to notice you're going to start losing. And you can see even I've got my Goresh now coming into the field. And this is where we start to go crazy. I was dragging onto the opponents and I noticed how low a majority of these guys are. So I just start clicking. So a lot of people were wondering, why do I drag? Guns gets asked, why does he drag, right? A lot of people ask these questions. The reason I purposely drag in certain situations is because I want to see the targets. I'm going to be honest. I want to see what I'm hitting, especially when it comes to archers. If I go to target a bunch of archers, I realistically do not ever want to hit a Husk still. Husk Kanara archers are just brutal to hit no matter what. So it's really good to know what you're hitting. So now I'm going back into, as you can see, the dragon options. So I'm targeting down these archers and I know what I'm focusing and I'm feeling more confident in doing so. Even if my marchers are dying, I'm happy to stand my ground and just target these guys down with, like I said, my archer units, and they're dead. And the rest of our archers are still going. We're still cooking. We've got one archer, one mage, and my infantry is coming around the corner too. And we're pushing back now all of the mages. And honestly, this is great. This is what we kind of wanted to see in our first actual troops that have been in this fight, which has been brilliant to see. And you can see we're now pushing forward and getting more of the first stone territory in our favor, right? So we are bringing our troops here, still punching up, kind of punishing this guy on the side here. One big tip as well, if you're fighting Roots of War, don't do stuff like this, which this guy's doing. With Arsenal as well, I've noticed Arsenal was doing it as well. Just, I wouldn't do it unless you're like a full T5 player willing, and you've got all the troops and you're willing to, like, you know, just kind of let them die. Because you are going to get focused, guys. You will get focused if you are out of the murder ball. I'm going to be honest, especially in Roots of War. It's a very focused team fighting based, you know, game mode. So I really do like it. So here is the infantry. We come back. I instantly just kind of start kiting straight away. I'm not gonna lie, go into the peel mode, try and peel that cavalry off and see where people are. And I do some nastiness here with this infantry. I try and push up deep as I can. As deep as I can, you'll see, because these guys are going down on that bottom side. And I noticed, I was like, wait a minute, no one's going to be protecting the mages now. So I actually just run into the mages, and this is causing a big issue with them now because they can't realistically fully support these 3 infantry. And this is like a really good little stop here, and you can see it clear as day. They're just probably in range of that infantry unit, but they're not going to be able to do much damage apart from that. Us, on the other hand, our murder ball is close to everything still. We're really close to everything that we need to, and that's what we kind of want, right? So really good positioning on my infantry there. This is where we get the first heal, pop it all off, boom, get the heal on the T5, go back to see what's cooking over here, and my team are doing a fantastic job. So big shout out to all the OKS Roots of War members during this open field fight, because we pushed through them, boys. We pushed through them perfectly, and we started to get more of the zone in our favor. So this is the major first fight. I'm just bringing out more archers, as you can see, with more. I'm just going to skip forward while we bring these guys in, and I was just looking to see how much damage are these guys doing. I'm going to be honest, like, you can look at like Nico, Kanara, it's not awakened. I'm almost there on the Kanara awakening, which is going to be game changing for the March. But apart from that, the Magra and even my Syndron Freygar, mainly the Syndron Freygar, is doing absolute work. It is doing so much damage in such a short period of time, which is what you kind of want to do, especially in normal attack damages when you're punishing players. So this is the first fight. We're going to kind of skip forward, come back into it when Bear is summoned on, obviously, BxL's side. It's causing a problem. It's doing a bunch of damage to everyone in this AoE. But you can see I am running here, honestly, quad archers with 1 mage. And you're going to see here, this is when I think the one time I actually creeped up into the top 10, and I do check the scoreboard towards the end of it, it is nuts. The fact that I do so much damage on these guys, you will take the brunt of the force. I'm going to be honest, guys. If you do this and you're like me, suspect to get targeted. But if you're really fast at getting, you know, targeted, you can peel off really quick. But if you are good at archers, this is kind of what we want to do. Look at this, man. We're just pushing forward and melting on the spot. Look at that. Straight away onto the birch. We see the cavalry. Finish off the cavalry first. We don't want cavalry to get through and honestly cause too much damage, because we are willing to fight any marksman, any of the mages 1v1. If you think about it, if you go against infantry and cavalry, they are going to just wreck you. So it's best to just to step away, peel back, kite backwards, get into a better position, and then, you know, carry on flaring away. And that's what you're seeing here. I literally just repositioned, see this guy, and I'm like, right, I'm going to fucking murder him, dude. Now we see these guys, I'm going to murder them too. And I'm getting targeted, and I don't mind, look, because I am actually nuking these players, especially with the top side murder ball as well. You can see in just above my troops. And this is when I was like, okay, I'll pull back, reassess the situation. We'll see, okay, there's some infantry. We'll kill the infantry with the remaining, you know, archers I have there. And that basically sums it up. And you can see we're doing a really good job. Rank 9 in the charts of damage. And that's honestly the power of marksman. Honestly, marksmen are really good. They're hard to use. I will never say they're easy at all, because you are going to get targeted. However, you know you're going to get targeted and you know you're going to still get positive trades. It's that type of just discipline of sending it and just nuking down those marchers and getting back is what it's worth. Honestly, it's so good. It feels nice. And honestly, even when long range talent might eventually come back in a season, it's going to make archers absolutely cracked again. So I wonder if they're ever going to do it. I don't think so, personally. So it's good to get used to medium range, because if you can play archers in medium range, guys, woo, when long range comes out, you become one of the best DPS fielders on the open field. I'm going to be honest with you. Right, so we're going to fast forward it. We're at the 40-minute mark, and you can see the score is at 8,000 now to 6,490. It's going basically 6.5 to 8k, right? So nice, kind of balanced scores, to be fair, at the start. But we are going to fast forward it, and you're going to notice a big change in the score. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and it's just how the games go, you know? So we're skipping 10 minutes forward here, and straight away, with 30 minutes remaining, we have over 19.6 to 7.6. And the reason why we're winning so hard, honestly, even though we've got the life stones and we're contesting this life stone, but Godzilla was doing some crazy stuff there with his infantry. So big shout out to the man there. Causing issues. It is what it is. It's a bit of fun at the end of the day. I bet he was laughing at that. But the thing is, you know, we have on the map, if you look very carefully at the top right corner, guys, we just have everything almost. We have almost every building. The only buildings we don't have is this top like hall, and then two of the, you know, one of the observatories, and another two buildings, which you don't really care because we just lost them, right? And you'll notice this throughout the gameplay as we fast forwarding it towards now when this next stone is about to come in. You'll notice it, right, that we get more and more score advantage just because of the fact that we're occupying the buildings. And honestly, building occupation is such an important factor in Roots of War. If you don't do this really well, you don't have a garrison captain or rally captain team set up for your Roots of War, you're going to suffer, because you don't want to be doing that in any sort of, you know, random rallies. So now, coming into this gameplay, you'll notice I actually have 2 infantry on the field and I have 2 cavalry. And I thought, why not do a little bit of some fun and have a little bit of like melee gameplay? And the way I'm doing this is on purpose. I've got the infantry kind of blocking the line. So if anyone is coming through here, I'm going to stop them. Basically, they have to come through me with the intercept trigger. But then my cavalry are up on this little hill, this little sneaky hill, and I kept debating. I was like, can I get through here? And the thing is, this infantry march gives me a lot of vision. And what I mean by that is, if we just kind of pull back that tiny little bit before we go into this, you can see the fog of war, right? So just over here, it's all black. We can't see that, right? Because we don't have vision. But that infantry, because it's walked more forward compared to my infantry, it's granting me a bunch of vision. And I can actually see how clear that area is. And it makes me go a little bit greedy. But I know if you were 5-bombing this with cavalry, you've probably been thinking the same thing here. And I'm trying to get into a really sneaky flank position. I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to get there. Because if I'm able to sneak in and go around the back and just bomb some T4, I'm happy. I'm going to be happy. And we can see already that the OKS guys go crazy targeting that infantry guy. And I feel a little bit more confident. And I just kind of start to move forward. I don't know what the full calls are in Roots of War. I was listening. I was in Discord, but I don't fully remember. But me being there and one of the first major tanks guys there, I thought, I'm going to set the line. I'm going to set the line high the fuck up. Because the thing is, if we lose the fight, I'd rather have them keep having to push and push and push, and we could potentially delay and delay and delay and get our infantry back for the contest of the limestone, right? So it's buying us a lot more time. But here you can see me, I'm going a little crazy. I'm just having a little bit of fun here, seeing still here and being like, what are you doing, bro? I'm just gonna tag you, my cavalry. And then just getting out there. And the thing is, if you want to know the build I'm running, I'm honestly running a super max movement speed build on the Emrys. So if you look over there, the Emrys is already gone skis, and I noticed my poor Fear, oh no, she's gonna get hit. So I was like, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna try and do a little bit of damage here, because I could see another cavalry player on the way, and now we've got two sides of this fight. My infantry kind of holding these chokes to stop people from coming through, but then also my cavalry kind of going around this flank. And you can see some other players in OKS and BxL being on there, and I kind of decided, I was like, this isn't worth it. So I'm going to pull my troops out, and this forces, as you can see, straight away that cav guy away, because if he goes and follows where my cavs were going, then bruh, he would have had to been lasered by everyone. And here was me being cheeky, you know, I'm like, I'm trying to get in. I was trying to find the angle to get onto these guys, and I couldn't get it. The guys got me in check. So well played, sir. Well played to you guys. But it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me, because I saw this guy come into position and no infantry stopping me. So round two, here we go. Full send with the remainder of my cavalry, and they are going to die. It is what it is. It was a bunch of fun, actually, just playing with cav, getting into that mentality, and honestly thinking a lot more different in gameplay style. Because when you play cavs, guys, it's so different compared to any other troop, honestly. And it's the most fun, I'm going to be honest, it's the most fun, I think, in Call of Dragons if you try to play cavalry, but it's so hard and it is so punishing if you do not play it correctly. So that's why people don't realistically enjoy it, because it isn't that meta and it's not that easy compared to a mage, compared to even an infantry player or an archer player, which is just the sad reality of the game currently. So here we're just at the scoreboard, 26,000, 9.3. Both of my infantry finally die. I'm like, god damn it. But OKS, we've done a fantastic job. And that's kind of why I wanted to hold so high up now. We're going to heal up, bring some more troops. I'm going to fast forward it here. Boom. Get back into the gameplay, because you guys don't obviously want to watch me heal up my troops. That's a little bit boring, right? But if you've enjoyed so far the coverage of this Roots 4 highlights, smash like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. Kind of doing this one on the fly, as you've noticed, compared to most of the other content that's been coming out. I hope you guys have been enjoying the other content. But this is a really good thing I wanted to showcase on screen. You know, just behemoth gameplay. So again, if you're in Roots of War and you know you're not in position to get that stone, however, you have the field advantage. BxL currently have the field advantage because we pushed up so far and we were fighting for that long, as you saw. You know, we have to refresh, but we only have to refresh to the stone. They still need to kind of fight these guys. They still need to, you know, push forward into position and then go in. And here, I'm a little bit cheeky. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit cheeky. They were saying, you know, chill, chill, chill. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm a marksman, bro. I'm just faster. I'm just faster than these guys. So I keep like wanting to attack them. As you can see, I see this Madeline. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking lasering this guy. All right, I'm killing this. This Madeline's getting sent to the Shadow Realm. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So you can see all my marches now going in. We're running 5 range marches. So a double mage, triple archer, if you're wondering. We've got Bert Toha, Lilia Fear, not Lilia Fear, I got Lilia and Valen, I will say. Then our archers is, as you can imagine, Sinfei, Mag with our Zay, and then Kanara and Nico. And I'm going to be honest, I'm loving that new Rattle Spear. I'm going to be honest. If you've checked out the new Rattle Spear, the way it triggers and it just goes bap, 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 it is a brutal bit of nuking right now, especially on Kanara Nico's. Gonna be brutally honest, that defense break, woo, it is a monster on that match. So definitely try it out if you guys are Archer players wondering, oh, what, artifacts have I been running? That's kind of what I've been going for. I've been running the Gold Crest with Shadow Blade and the Rattle Spear. If I want to, sometimes I might get rid of the Gold Crest and actually put on Heart of Kamasi, because my Heart of Kamasi is level 2. Really good artifact, honestly, really underappreciated at the moment. But you can see here my archer's going in. I'm just standing my ground because all of these guys are mage players. And the thing is, I know I'm going to do a bunch of counterattack damage to loads them anyway. So that's kind of what my goal was there. You can see I was super aggressive, tagging all of the range instead of the infantry, nuking them down. And then I kind of started peeling off and targeting these guys that are wrapping around. But you'll notice we already have the Lifestone, right? We already have the Lifestone. So here was just me doing a last stand to the death, until all of my troops finally get nuked by the BxL guys. So I hope they enjoyed my last stand here. But I love it. This is why I love playing archers, guys. It's so satisfying because there is so many mage players in the game. I'm going to be honest. There's so many. And it is fair game. If you're an archer player and you get targeted by a mage, bruh, they feel it, especially with the counterattack damage you deal, and then next minute you target them with all of your archers. Oh my god, they just like, please stop, just get off me, man. It's so funny to watch. So at the moment, we've got 15 minutes remaining, 35,400 points for us on OKS side. You can see we've nearly got every single building, only 2 buildings remaining. So this is why I was saying the occupational score is so important early on in the video, and why I'm kind of bringing it back full circle now, because it's really showcased it, right? We're almost triple the score, 3.5 times the score than our enemies, and that's just because of the occupations as well as collecting all of the stones too. And we're just moving, on the correct area. You can see all of these guys on the BxL ladder, they do have a cool job that they could push through across this bridge and stop our reinforcements. But the problem is we've already gone back. We've already gone for the refresh. We've already got troops in position where we need them, and so is our Roots of War team. So we're already set up on the next stone. As you can see, everyone moving into position, right? So that doesn't matter to us. Even if they come behind us, we're at full strength. They're not at full strength. We're going to just quickly 180 and just nuke them down and go back to what we were doing, nuking the front line, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this breakdown so far of the Roots of War between OKS and BxL. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit just to showcase this end game, because this end game is honestly a bit of a savage one. You can see us kind of holding the bridge, but then we just said, F it, let's just pull the trigger. And that's kind of what we did. We pull the trigger and we just start pushing deeper and deeper into the end game. And I hope BxL had a really fun time. Honestly, this was a really fun Roots of War. Even though the score looks really one-sided, as you can see from the gameplay side, the open field fights were really good. They were really good fights. They lasted a long time. They weren't just, getting absolutely nuked within 2 seconds and then you had the Lifestone, right? It was a really good long fight for each of the objectives. And that's kind of what you want in Roots of War. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We enjoyed it in OKS. Big shout out to every OKS Roots of War member that participated, and obviously all the BxL ones. We will do a full roundup towards the end of the video. Don't worry, on everyone's points, what everyone finished on, including myself, and obviously the final score. So I hope you guys have enjoyed so far the final coverage. Coming up, we are now coming with our quad range again. We've got triple archers with 1 mage coming in, just honestly cleaning up anyone out of position. If you've noticed the way I play my archers, I always target the mispositioned players every single time. Even if they're out, look how far away this Syndron is. He should be so far back that I have to run into the enemy infantry to kill them. And that's kind of where I'm at now. So I have to kill these 2 infantry guys before I can push it a little bit more forward and get any DPS done to the range. So if you want a tip and trick to beat an archer player, work on your positioning, guys. Your positioning is honestly key to beat marksman players. And you'll notice if you're a bad mage player, you're going to get absolutely nuked compared to a good mage player that's still out there compared to you with, you know, your second or third refresh, which is absolutely so bonkers, right? So to finish off this video, I'm going to just kind of skip through. This has been the finale. You can see we've got the dragons on the field. It's been a really fun time going all the way through all of the BxL down on the bottom side, but we already have the limestone. It's 51,000 points to 11,000 points. Coming up to the final minutes of the time, and it's been a really good pleasure for you all. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We're gonna skip through. Well, not skip through. We need to go back a little bit because I think I might have skipped it. There we go. So we're gonna go through here all of the peeps, right? So this is let me just skip through one more time. There we go. So this is all the BxL guys. If you see a name, big shout out to all of you guys. I know some of my members are in there because I'm sure I saw Metal Injection during this whole area. And no Catzilla, Catnapper, Godzilla, I recognize all of those names as well. So if anyone changed the names, I'm sorry if I don't recognize it. It's been a long time. But everyone in our alliance too, again, going all the way through. You can see my kind of final score coming up there. We're at 50,000 points at rank 16 within the alliance, which is great. I love it. The fact that I'm hitting so many points with T4 and one T5 match, it just showcases, guys. Once you get that T5 tech, even your T4, they slap. They honestly slap. They do a lot more damage than you think. Just you got full stat bonus on your legions, right? So to finish this video off, let's go to the end of the battle screen there. We'll let it count down, show off the MVP, because I don't want to take any, you know, credit away from them because they did their work, which was the main boy, my own guy, R4 officer, you name it. Kirito, here we are, 105,000 points. Really nice little score there. And there's the final scoreboard, boys. 59.3 million kills on our side compared to their 38.6 million, and we healed 5.3 to their 5.9. So you can just see on average we just did a lot more work, right, when it came to the amount of damage we did to their marches. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been Roots of War. It's been my war highlights, OKS versus BxL. Hope you guys have enjoyed everything in the video, and if you have, smash like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.